Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about pressure. And we want to obtain one expression for pressure in terms of force and area on which it acts. So before discussing about that, what is wind? You might have studied about wind in 6th or 7th standard, I think. What is wind? Wind is actually the movement of air, right? What causes winds and cyclones? Winds and cyclones are caused by the differences in the air pressure. That is, changes in the air pressure cause air molecules to move from a region of relatively high air pressure to a region of low air pressure. Okay, winds and cyclones are caused by the differences in the air pressure. That is, changes in the air pressure cause air molecules to move from a region of relatively high air pressure to a region of low pressure. Now, here I have an iron nail. If you want to push this iron nail into a very hard surface, you just think this as a very hard surface. So if you want to push this iron nail into this very hard surface, we usually keep its pointed end. Okay, it has a pointed end here. So we usually keep its pointed end on the surface and we hammer the nail here on its head. Right. That is, it is easy to push an iron nail into a hard surface by placing its pointed end on the surface. Right. Now, if we try to push this same iron nail into this hard surface by its head, that is, placing the head of this iron nail on the surface like this. Okay, we are placing the head of this iron nail on the surface and hammering on its pointed end. What happens in this case? Now this time it will be really difficult for us to push this iron nail into the hard surface. Right. Now you just compare the area of the pointed surface with the area of the head of the iron nail. This part, that is head of the iron nail, has more area, no? And this part, that is this pointed end, it has very less area. Okay, this part of the iron nail, that is the head of the iron nail, it has more area than this pointed end. Now, when we are hammering an iron nail, we are actually applying some force on it. Right. We usually keep this iron nail like this. Now, when we are hammering an iron nail or when we are trying to push an iron nail into a very hard surface, we usually keep this pointed end here on the surface. Right. Then we will apply some force here. So, when we are hammering an iron nail, we are actually applying some force on it. Right. The force acting on a unit area of a surface, that is actually called as pressure. Force acting on a unit area, that is actually called as pressure. So the expression to calculate pressure is actually pressure is equal to force divided by area on which it acts. Okay, so when we are trying to push this iron nail into this very hard surface, we usually keep this pointed end here on the surface. So this is where the area comes. Okay, we want to consider this area of contact with this surface actually. Area on which the force, okay, we will be applying some force here. The same forces the same force has been applied to the surface. Okay, so we want to consider that area here. Okay, the denominator, we have one area on which it acts. So we want to consider this area of the surface, only this much part where this iron nail is in contact with the surface. We want to consider only that area. Then force that is applied or that we are applying on this surface by using a hammer or whatever it is. Okay, so when we place this pointed end on a hard surface, actually the area of contact is less now because this pointed end has less area. So that area of contact with the surface is very less. So area on which it acts as area is less. Area is in the denominator. So when area is less, denominator is less. Okay, when denominator is less, the total value, that means pressure, will be more. When denominator decreases for a given numerator, the total value, that is pressure, will increase. Pressure increases. Okay, when we place this pointed end on a hard surface, the area of contact is less because this pointed end has less area. So the area of contact is less here. Okay, when area decreases, in this expression for pressure, the denominator decreases. Okay, because area is in the denominator, so denominator decreases. So for a given force, the total value, that is pressure, increases. So the iron nail will get easily penetrated into the surface. Okay, so smaller the area, larger the pressure on a surface for a given force. Now, why shoulder bags are provided with broad straps and not thin straps? Because broad straps have larger surface area than thin straps. Right, larger the surface area, smaller the pressure. Larger the area, smaller the pressure. Smaller the area, larger the pressure. Okay, smaller the area, larger the pressure. Larger the area, smaller the pressure. So while we are using broad straps in our shoulder bags, broad straps means more area. Larger the area, so smaller the pressure. Okay, so pressure exerted on our shoulder becomes less. So it will be quite easy to carry them. But if we use thin straps in shoulder bags, area, thin straps means area decreases. So smaller the area, larger the pressure. So pressure increases. The pressure exerted on our shoulder increases. So it becomes very hard for us to carry the bags. Okay. So in this video, we actually discussed about pressure. Pressure is actually the force acting on a unit area of a surface. Pressure is equal to force divided by area on which it acts. So for a given force, smaller the area, larger the pressure. Then larger the area, smaller the pressure. I hope you understood this concept. Thank you.